What's up, everybody? It's Zamara, and I just came back from watching Independence Day Resurgence. This movie, I felt like it was getting a little more hate than it deserved. I enjoyed it. It was nice to see a lot of our characters that we were used to returning and having leadership roles and all that. However, I must say that I wish like we missed um, Will Smith's character, like Captain Hiller. It would have been much more better if he would have been there because we were already used to like his skills and his just his abilities as a pilot and all that. Yeah, Dylan tries to take that role of continuing the legacy of his father, but I feel like there were some parts that were kind of too cheesy, but at the same time, for me, my favorite part of it all was feeling that nostalgia. It's like you could be like, oh yeah, this is what happened 20 years ago in the 90s. Um, Basically, the way that you retaliate or decide what kind of action to have against the aliens, given that we had time to study their technology for 2 decades, we had like a faster response as to, how to defend ourselves and all that. Um, yeah, everybody's role was great. I particularly have been all this time very fond of President Whitmore, and the fact that he was still being called president had me tripping because I'm like, yeah, this nostalgia is hitting me real hard, man. And I also like how all of the characters got the respect that they deserved given their roles in the past. I am devastated that we did lose some characters unexpectedly, and I'm not going to spoil any of that. But yeah, but overall, I am. I enjoyed it. I can't say that it's the best movie I've seen, but I walked into the theater thinking, okay, this movie is really not being loved out there. So I felt like I was going to be just completely disappointed, but it turns out to be that there were many things that I just enjoyed. Um, and Another thing was the visual effects were very appealing. However, one complaint that I have is that the fight scenes, they seemed a little too packed. Like the scenes that you have seen in the trailer where there's a crap ton of baby ships and then you have the fighters and dog fights and all that. Yeah, when you're at the theater, that is as confusing as it seems. You're thinking, wow, there's no way that these guys are still up in the sky. You should have gotten shut down by now. So it seemed a little unrealistic. And some folks who survived the major destruction, some of them shouldn't have made it. And don't get me wrong, I don't want for anybody to get hurt or be a victim of anything or anybody, but when we were seeing that these guys now can pretty much turn gravity against us, yeah, like the level of destruction, we're still human, flesh and blood. Some stuff we just can't walk out of alive. So, but then I remember this is a completely fictitious movie, so I guess I gotta give it some slack. But when you allow for your logic to, get in the way, then it might interfere with your perception of it a little bit. So, if I were to rank this movie on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it about a 6.5, or more like a 7. I enjoyed watching it. It gave me good feels from the first movie. I loved how from the beginning there's a lot of mystery surrounding odd things that are happening to alien artifacts and the individuals who had close encounters with aliens in the first movie, how they're affected. I think that was very neat. So I gotta give them credit on that. They get some points. on my end about that. Maybe I'm just one of those people who I just enjoy seeing stuff that's different, even if it's cheesy. I just like to be exposed to something that I'm normally not used to. And then I guess people may get tired of a lot of romance being thrown in, or um, for me, unfortunately, throughout the movie, I was thinking, we're gonna make it out of this. We're the human race. We gotta continue to exist. The only reason I'm watching this movie is because I want to see how we make it, how we succeed. In the first movie, we shot down that one mothership. And then, how is it gonna be this time? Of course, there's going to be some major obstacle or obstacles that we're going to have to overcome to be a safe world again. But it's like my boyfriend was saying, you knew that everything was going to be all right at the end. So I'm just wondering if there can ever be a film in which we just lose, and we just we lose. So all right guys, that is all that I have for you right now. Let me know what you think. If you have seen this film already, if you plan on seeing it, I would recommend that you see it, because sincerely, there's good stuff in it. And like I said, it's a film that is not perfect, but I just didn't walk out of there hating spending 2 hours in that theater, if that means anything. So, alright guys, I'll leave you now, and if you see this film anytime soon, let me know what you think. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.